million immigrants in the UK could be at risk of losing their legal status by 2025. That's right. New immigration rules are coming, and they're stricter, harsher, and more unforgiving than ever before. If you're an immigrant living in the UK, planning to move there, or even just visiting, you could be affected. The government is raising salary thresholds, making visas more expensive, and even deporting people over minor mistakes. Families are being torn apart, students are losing their right to stay, and thousands of workers are being pushed out of the country, even in industries where they are desperately needed. But that's just the beginning. What if your visa gets rejected for a simple paperwork error? What if your employer can't afford to sponsor you anymore? What if the rules change while you're in the middle of your application? The UK, once seen as a land of opportunity, is now turning into a fortress, and many immigrants are finding themselves on the wrong side of the walls. So who is at risk? What are the 10 biggest reasons millions could be forced to leave the UK in 2025? And most importantly, could you be next? Stay with us as we break down the shocking new rules, who they affect, and what you can do to protect yourself before it's too late. Number 1. A drastic increase in work visa rejection. The UK government is cracking down on work visas, making it harder than ever for foreign workers to stay in the country. If you're currently in the UK on a work visa or planning to apply, you could face serious obstacles in 2025. One of the biggest changes is the sharp increase in work visa rejection rates. More applications are being refused due to stricter eligibility criteria, forcing thousands of skilled workers to leave the UK. The government has raised salary thresholds for visa applicants, meaning many workers who once qualified for a visa will no longer meet the income requirements. For example, under the new rules, skilled workers must earn at least £30,000 per year, a significant jump from previous salary thresholds. This change will impact industries like healthcare, hospitality, and IT, where salaries often fall below the new requirement. Employers now struggle to justify hiring foreign workers, as they must prove there are no suitable UK-based candidates. A difficult and expensive process. Additionally, the shortage occupation list is shrinking, meaning fewer jobs qualify for visa sponsorship. Workers who were once considered essential may no longer have a path to legal employment. Those who are already in the UK may find their visa renewal applications denied, forcing them to leave. This tightening of visa policies will reduce the number of skilled foreign workers in the UK, potentially leading to labour shortages in key sectors. If you're planning to work in the UK, it's now more important than ever to stay updated on changing policies and explore alternative visa options before it's too late. Number 2. UK's new salary test for skilled workers. Starting in 2025, the UK government is introducing a new salary test that will make it even harder for skilled workers to stay in the country. This policy change means that if your salary doesn't meet the new minimum requirement, your visa may not be renewed, even if you already live and work in the UK. Under the updated rules, skilled workers must earn at least £30,000 per year to qualify for a work visa. Previously, the threshold was lower, allowing many professionals in healthcare, education, and other industries to remain in the UK. But now, thousands of workers who don't meet the salary requirement could be forced to leave when their visa expires. This change disproportionately affects essential workers, such as nurses, care workers, and junior IT professionals, whose salaries often fall below the new threshold. Many employers are unable to increase wages to meet the new requirements, leaving skilled workers in limbo. The government argues that these changes will prioritise high-earning professionals, but critics warn that it could cripple industries that rely on foreign talent. Even workers who do meet the £30,000 salary threshold aren't safe yet. The Home Office is also tightening sponsorship rules, requiring employers to prove that no UK-based worker can fill the role before hiring a foreign applicant. This extra layer of bureaucracy discourages businesses from sponsoring visas, leading to fewer job opportunities for immigrants. For those currently working in the UK or planning to apply for a skilled worker visa, time is running out. Without a guaranteed salary above the new threshold, staying in the UK could become nearly impossible. Now more than ever, foreign workers must seek alternative visa routes or negotiate higher wages to secure their future in the UK. Number 3. Family visa, rules that separate families. One of the most heartbreaking changes in the UK's new immigration rules is the tightening of family visa requirements. These stricter policies could force thousands of families apart, making it much harder for spouses, children, and other dependents to reunite or stay together in the UK. The most significant change is the higher income requirement for family visas. Starting in 2025, UK residents who want to sponsor their spouse or child must earn at least £30,000 per year, a major increase from the current threshold. For many families, this is simply unaffordable, especially for those working in lower income jobs. If the UK sponsor fails to meet the new income requirement, their loved ones may be denied entry or even face deportation. Additionally, bringing elderly parents or extended family members to the UK is becoming nearly impossible. The government is making it harder for families to apply under the Adult Dependent Relative ADR visa, which was already one of the most restrictive family visa categories. This means aging parents in need of care may have no option but to stay in their home countries, even if they have family willing to support them in the UK. These changes are tearing families apart and making it harder for immigrants to build a stable future in the UK. For many, the emotional and financial burden of these new policies may force them to leave the UK altogether to reunite with their loved ones elsewhere. If you're planning to bring family members to the UK, now is the time to prepare financially, explore alternative visa options, and seek legal advice to avoid being affected by these harsh new restrictions. Number 4. The hostile environment is getting even harsher. The UK government's hostile environment immigration policy is about to get even tougher in 2025. Originally introduced to reduce illegal immigration, these policies now affect legal migrants as well, making it increasingly difficult for foreign nationals to live and work in the UK without constant scrutiny. One of the biggest concerns is the increase in immigration checks and enforcement actions. The Home Office is expanding its powers, allowing more frequent visa status checks at workplaces, rental properties, banks, and even hospitals. This means landlords, employers, and service providers must verify immigration status before offering housing, jobs, or services, or risk heavy fines. These changes are expected to make daily life even more stressful for immigrants, who could face discrimination or wrongful denials of housing and employment. Another major issue is the rise in sudden deportations. The government is accelerating removal processes, meaning that even minor visa mistakes, such as an expired document or a delayed renewal, could lead to immediate deportation. Immigrants who have lived in the UK for years may suddenly find themselves classified as illegal if they fail to meet new documentation requirements. Additionally, the government is expanding surveillance measures to monitor immigration status more closely. Increased data sharing between government departments means that overstayers or visa violators will be identified more quickly. Even those with valid visas may face increased scrutiny and pressure to prove their right to stay. These changes are creating an atmosphere of fear and uncertainty among immigrants, forcing many to constantly prove their legal status just to access basic services. With these harsher policies, many immigrants may decide that the UK is no longer a welcoming place to call home. Number 5. International students losing their right to stay. The UK has long been a top destination for international students.